week 6 of Vital Habits. This week we're going to talk about self-massage. We can look at our body in so many different ways, but self-massage really brings us into this experience of integrating all of those different layers of ourselves. So we have the gross level of the body, the physical layer. We also have the encircled mind layer of the body. We have the energetic body, which is more subtle, the intuitive body, the bliss body. We have the mind body, which I already mentioned, and we have the emotional body. Have you ever felt so centered in yourself that a decision was that clear, that it just felt right to step into the day as if you would know all the answers, that you are on the right path? This is where self-massage ties in. In regards to the body, from an Ayurvedic perspective, the left side of the body is the feminine side. The right side of the body is the masculine side. From a feminine perspective, we're represented by the goddesses, and from the masculine perspective, this is the side of the god. So essentially we want to integrate both sides of the body into and to become more of the one, in living in harmony and in sync. So using our hands, the sense of touch is actually really sacred. And it's really interesting how we can get so disconnected from the body. A lot of people are walking around out there and even just not experiencing this connectedness with their body, that it's all just in the head. And when we actually stop and sense the body and get grounded in our tissue, in our bones, in our muscles, in the fluidity of our body, then I believe that's true awake living. We have this one body. It's a temple, and we need to look after it. And self-massage is also very much in the realm of the beauty world, in how we care and feed for our skin and how we age, how our skin can get better as we age and, reduce the aging effects, wrinkling, the sagging of the jowls. So listen up, sit down and start to think, how can I work self-massage into my daily routine? Our body, from a physiological perspective, is like an endless web. So how we manipulate and work the body at one end has a direct influence all the way to the toe. So if you think about all of our physical experiences that we have, even one little jolt or some sort of little crisis or trauma, it throws the whole orchestra out. One slight note off and there's no harmony. So each day, even if you have 1 minute to come into yourself, and even if it's just a little hand massage, 1 minute is all it takes, and just notice. So just take your hand now in your opposite hand and start to knead the bones here. Feel into the soft tissue, the heel of the palm. Notice as you knead the heel of the palm, feel the magic of the release of all the ligaments and tendons down the wrist. Draw your thumb out wide and just notice how these amazing instruments are working hard for us each day. You can draw the fingers long. So that's all it takes. It can be as little as 1 minute. And doing this with your kids. So your kids will love the experience of having their body touched. James, come up here. Getting your kids' hands and rubbing. Does that feel good, James? Yeah. Like Play-Doh. Think of our bodies, which are very plastic, very malleable. Just kneading the skin, kneading the tissue, and then you can do little circles over the eyebrows. Does that feel good? I've had a wrist injury for many years, or wrist complaint. I have a ganglion, and it has really held me back. Even just cooking, lifting saucepans, downward facing dog pose in yoga for some time was quite uncomfortable. And it's just occurred to me that over the years, this habit of daily self-massage, Abhyanga as it's called in Ayurveda, is something that has had great power in order for me to heal this area of weakness in my body. And it has had amazing benefits for my whole entire body. It not only on a physical level can we heal ourselves through the magic of self-touch, through these healing hands that we've been gifted, but also just in terms of self-confidence, not from a heady self-confidence, but just a self-confidence in that, who am I? The big question, who am I? And when we're often in a fast-paced world, connecting with our mind and the chatter in our mind, to be able to come back home into yourself and bring every piece of yourself into one moment of the day where you connect with the physical tissue, and you release all the experiences, all the toxins caught up in there, that then allows the body to come back into harmony, allows the orchestra to play in tune. From an Ayurvedic perspective, we know that self-massage really helps to ground us. In my experience, when I'm really busy and the calendar's full and I get quite excited, to be able to come home at night and to do a brief self-massage is just really grounding. It helps your self-esteem. It's also, once we learn how to use oil from an Ayurvedic ritual of Abhyanga, oil massage, that then helps to bring in another element in Sanskrit known as sneha, which essentially just means love, bringing in love to the body. We don't want to wait till our next bodywork appointment, whether it be a massage or some other type of professional helping our body to heal. We want to be able to do this on a daily basis, and the results are just phenomenal. Also, for our children, when we notice the skin drying out, that is actually one of the first telltale signs of weakened immune system. So when my kid's skin gets dry, when my own skin gets dry, that is the first micro habit I turn to, is Abhyanga, oil massage. If my kids are irritable, if they're looking pale, I say to them, I think we should do an oil massage this week. For me, I try to do it every day as a non-negotiable. There'll be times where I fall out of that pattern, and then I just notice that I'm not as connected. I'm not as connected to myself, and I'm not as connected to other people. A little bit less inclined to deeply listen, talk less. Little less inclined to be completely aware of my surroundings and sensitive to what's going on in the world. Self-massage is a way of drawing yourself in momentarily, temporarily, and regrouping, pressing the pause button, allowing us then to step back out into the world and to shine our light really bright. For me, getting into the tissue, like really working the tissue and noticing which spots feel really good, just helps me to feel integrated, and almost as if I can feel my internal light, my internal energy starting to bloom like a flower opening at sunrise. Oil massage, self-massage, even if it's just a dry brush, using a dry brush on the skin or using the hands, will actually help you to expand. And we all know when we create space and expand, things get better. When I don't do it, I notice this contraction. I might retreat into myself and I resist other people around me. I get I get very narrow-minded. So I know when that's the case that I come back to my massage and things just open up, and as a daily routine, it's just as important as the food that I put in my mouth. Even if you think your self-esteem is pretty good, once you get going, once you absorb yourself in this practice of daily massage, you'll begin to notice that there are opportunities to change and to get more connected with yourself. And from an Ayurvedic perspective, we have 7 layers of the body, and self-massage allows you to get deep into those 7 layers, all the way down to the bone marrow, the bone, the nerves, the soft tissue, the fluid, even really beneficial in terms of creation, in terms of whether we want to increase fertility, or perhaps on the other end of the spectrum, how we want to age and move in through menopause. This is a really important practice to get ourselves grounded and to optimize the functioning of all deep 7 layers of the tissues. Self-massage helps to really regulate and balance the hormones. So it's not just on the physical level of the body that self-massage is so powerful. We know that when we're manipulating the physical body, it affects the mind body. We can sense this like calmness, this letting go, releasing the tension from the body, releases tension from the mind, and it actually can help us move out of like a rigid negative pattern of thinking into a more expansive, more open, more spacious perspective. From an energy level, if our energy is feeling a little low, getting in there, and when you wake up in the morning and you've got that stagnant energy, you're stepping out of bed, you can grab a dry brush. Start with long strokes on the long bones, doing circular motions around the joints, brushing the back of the neck, getting in to the scalp, giving it a good wake up. It's invigorating. Start the day with yeah, I've got this body. It's my vehicle. It's taking me through life. It is vibrant, and I can feel integrated. The emotional body, tapping into the emotional body is what helps us feel integrated. Brings all of the 5 layers or 5 koshas together so that we can feel integrated. And we can tap into the emotional body. So, for example, releasing tension, releasing stress, bringing joy, bringing absolute pleasure, that sensation, that warm and fuzzy sensation. So the 5 layers of the body can just really be integrated and helping you feel whole. For some people, it may be true that you've never been taught how to have a body, how to experience the sense of touch in a positive and loving way. If that's the case for you, then there's different levels and layers to approach self-massage. And if it is the case for you where perhaps you were brought up where self-touch was not actually an acceptable behaviour, or perhaps somebody actually violated their touch with you, and if that's the case for you, then I am so deeply and humbly sorry that your right growing up as a child was completely violated. If your right for love and protection was violated as a child, or for an adult for that matter, then it is your absolute right now to regain this connection with yourself, this right for love, for safety and security. Just work through small steps and small layers in order to reconnect, to bring integrity back to that body, and to connect with that inner love experience that you so deserve. And so for examples of that, for my teachers who have worked with self-massage for over 15 years and have come across the experience of people who are not innately geared towards self-massage due to whatever experiences maybe in their past. And the approach has been just starting slowly, maybe using a dry brush, starting with just strokes along the long bones and circles on the joints with a dry brush. Then they may progress to wearing a silk glove, gently rubbing down the body with the silk glove, following the long bone circles with the joints. And then maybe moving to bare hands and just touching skin. Maybe even finding some pressure points, working through the pressure points to release tension and getting a sense of that connection through the pressure points. And then from there, just every day practicing it. And my teachers have just seen huge breakthroughs, huge experiences in people who are then able to leave behind issues with their body and step forward to reclaim the growth and the love and the support that you can access through your physical body. When we step into the experience of using oil and massaging the body and connecting, it's a slow, oily experience that brings in that sneha, that love. It's juicy, it's fluid, and it's so enriching to the soul and the spirit. So we can use oil, we can add essential oils into the blend. And oils like jasmine and lavender can be extremely calming and soothing, and a really amazing tool that quite often perhaps you're not thinking of, or you're thinking of as just a once in a while type of luxury. So we want to get this in, and chances are it might feel a little strange moving into this idea of daily self-massage, but just experiment with it, and chances are you're going to fall in love with the practice, and you're going to experience this deeper level of nourishment, and it will help you really claim that identity that you're working towards, that person that you want to become, who feels really grounded in their body, that knows where they want to get to, what are their deepest desires. I think that's the biggest thing with oil massage. It really does just help you to get rid of all of the superficial layers that we wear in this world. Who am I? Just let go, mum, wife, job title, let it all go. Let that go just for a brief moment in your day. Your hands are your body's ultimate healing tool. The practice of daily self-massage tones your tissues, improves your sleep, stimulates your lymph, promotes longevity, strengthens your immune system, improves your joint mobility, and even synthesizes self-esteem from the inside out, which amplifies your confidence. Just start with your hands or a dry brush. Before you get dressed, simply massage your scalp, rub your hands, stimulate your circulation, and feel into your body, particularly which areas call for your attention and care. Graduate to giving yourself a daily oil massage, or once a week start to practice a longer massage using the nourishing oils. The benefits of rubbing oil into the body are that it nourishes your mind and body, rejuvenates the whole body, including the skin. The benefits of oil massage are great, including delaying the aging effect of skin, keeping the skin hydrated, relieving fatigue. It's true that when you massage your hands, it just relieves the tension, builds stamina, promotes deeper sleep, enhances complexion and luster of skin. Oil massage completely enhances your complexion and circulation. It's great to be able to use your hands to get in there and break up areas of cellulite. To relieve our stress, we can massage into our tight muscles, awaken our senses, waking up in the morning and using our fingers to stimulate our cells. We can recover muscle fatigue. The oil massage has the ability to support digestion, correcting blood pressure, and supporting how the organs communicate with each other. Oil massage shifts your attitude into positivity and creates an opportunity for self-love, self-nurturance. I find that the more that I do my regular Abhyanga self-massage, just the more connected I feel with myself and the world around me. I also find that it is a really good new habit to insert when I'm trying to eliminate a habit that I want to get rid of, like drinking a glass of wine at night to ease into the evening after a really busy day or week. Extending the oil massage to the scalp and the hair can be extremely beneficial, and the benefits, the health and luster of your hair can really improve. Oil to the skin decreases facial wrinkles and nourishes the sense organs. It's really calming, I find, to put a little bit of oil on your pinky finger and put it on the insides of the ears, behind the ears, around the skin fold and wrinkles. Giving yourself a little ear oil and massage releases tension in the jaw, optimizes and protects hearing, and prevents infection due to underlying dryness. I always recommend massaging your feet separately, so whether you do a full body oil massage, have your shower and get dressed and then do your feet, just due to the fact that the risk of slipping. But even if you don't have time for a full oil massage, taking 1 to 5 minutes for a foot massage before bed can be hugely beneficial. Massage in the evening helps to release tension from your day, stimulates organs into detox. We have these reflexology points that correspond to the rest of our body from our feet. Helps keep our feet supple and flexible and aids us enter into a deeper rest, deeper sleep, creating a sense of ease before we set ourselves up for that deep sleep. No matter what physically strenuous activity the body is exposed to, the oil massage is the antidote, just to supple the body, release tension, and allow the body to age gracefully. Wherever there is an orifice, it will benefit from oil. Before bed, have a go at applying some ghee or castor oil into the corners of your eyes. The eyes can get very dry and sensitive, and this can be a really nice way to care for the eyes. Lube your ears with a little warm sesame oil on the end of your pinky finger. Put coconut oil to remove bacteria in your mouth. We'll talk about oil pulling when we look at caring for our senses. Oiling your nostrils in the morning with ghee or sesame oil to protect from germs and viruses is a really good preventative measure. Sesame oil enemas are another game changer for me in terms of injecting warm sesame oil up into the colon in order to soften the stool and nourish the inside of the intestine. If you experience vaginal dryness, warm coconut oil on a tampon can also be really therapeutic in this region. But simply put, oiling your body every day will help increase your body's ability to detoxify by nourishing the liver. All of our organs beneficial from the healing touch, particularly with the oil being able to penetrate through the skin, the largest organ of the body. And it also has benefits for optimizing hormonal control. Warming your oil for a special treat will allow the oil to be more absorbable into the skin. Use the same spot for oil massage, so set up a spot in your bathroom or bedroom. And take time at least once a week to have a good long oil massage. Make it a family affair, get the kids involved, and sculpt your god and goddess. Balance the masculine and feminine sides of your body. Start with your feet and work your way up. I start with the tops of my feet and ankles and work my way up, and before I go to bed to sit down for the night or finish the oil massage, I'll I'll get into the soles of my feet and apply a pair of old socks. A few practical tips for oil massage. Don't use your favorite towel. Have some old towels that you can recycle in terms of drying yourself. Don't do it in a cold, drafty place. Make sure your environment's nice and warm. Use organic cold pressed oil where possible, and make sure the oil hasn't gone rancid. Don't rush. Make this a pleasurable, sensual experience that really nourishes you. It's your special time. Don't clog your drains. In general, when using oil, less is more. So if you're still feeling really oily and getting oily clothes after your shower, then chances are you are using too much oil. And don't give up. Keep trying. Keep troubleshooting. This is definitely a habit that will have huge payoffs for the longer term. You might like to choose your oil according to your constitution. For a Vata constitution, this body type is typically cold, and organic sesame oil is a very heating oil. Also, almond oil is a good choice for Vata. For Pitta, organic sunflower oil in winter and using coconut oil in summer can be really cooling and soothing to someone who has a lot of fire in their constitution. For somebody who has more earth and water, who has a Kapha constitution, organic sesame oil or corn oil is a good option. There's also some suggested essential oils here according to constitution. And essential oils can be a really important part of helping us to soothe our nervous system, deal with particular times of our cycle as women, regulating hormones, and also just good to pick intuitively as you need them according to the smell and to the sense of what you need in any given day. Dry brushing is a really good self-massage tool. However, for someone like myself who has quite dry skin, I only really use a dry brush in the morning after I've oil massaged in the evening. It's personal preference as to whether you massage morning or evening or both. So just work out how this is going to best fit into your routine. But a dry brush will certainly stimulate your lymph really good if you have a lot of Kapha in your constitution, and using it for the limbs, circular strokes around the lower abdomen to help facilitate elimination. And the great thing about dry brushing, it can be really quick and easy, and compared with oil massage is not messy. Your homework for this week is to read the self-massage section in the Master Habits ebook. Designate a time and place to do self-massage every day for a week, just for 1 minute. Dry brushing counts. Use your hands without oil, that counts too. Foot massage counts, it all counts. Just do it, tuning into the healing power in your hands. Also, redo the Identity Evolving worksheet this week. I want to see what has changed over the past month since the first time you took out this worksheet. Reflect on how far you've come up to this point of week 6 habit, and look back at the Identity Evolving worksheet and pinpoint which habits are becoming critical towards helping you pursue that person that you want to become. Let's take a look at what issues are bound to arise around self-massage. So making sure that you do use oil sparingly. Otherwise, the oil will penetrate clothes and bedding. If you have old plumbing, there could be some concern around the drains becoming blocked. So frequently cleaning your shower and making sure that the drains are clear. Just using a small amount of eco-friendly drain cleanser once a week. Using your old towels so you don't get your good towels oily, and keeping a sponge and a little bit of detergent in the shower just to make sure that you don't slip. You can use your feet with the sponge just to wash out the bath or the shower recess to make sure it's free from oil. At this point of the habit changing program, I'd like to guide you to the limiting belief and deeper truth workshop on page 20 of the Better Habits Guide. You can use this for all your habits, even just those limiting beliefs around social situations, around relationships that are keeping you stuck. And perhaps are the current roots of your backsliding. Let's wrap up with a Kaizen approach to starting self-massage. Find an anchor statement like, I appreciate my body, or I use my hands to heal. Start with 1 minute dry brushing or self-massage without oil. Hold yourself back. Do every morning before getting dressed. After a few weeks, up your massage to 2 to 5 minutes. After a few months, start doing oil massage before or after your shower. After a few more months, add a longer session once a week to once a month. So with all of these habits right now, certainly you'll find the benefit of habit stacking. Each week it may be becoming easier to open the door to change, or on the other hand, it can be quite overwhelming. So using the Kaizen approach and realizing you've got the rest of your life to work on these habits. For myself, I'm not nailing every single 10 habit every single week. On any given week, I'm choosing one small step. What's the lowest hanging fruit? And starting from there. And then I find that starts to pull all the other habits into line.